With NHL 18, EA Sports finally made some decent strides with the once great NHL series on the current generation of consoles. The new NHL Threes mode was fun, and the addition of expansion to franchise mode made it a bit deeper than it has been since coming over to the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. But that doesn't mean the game is where it should, nor where fans want it at this point. NHL 19 marks the 5th installment for the game on the current consoles, and it's hard to get anyone to say that it's on par with where the series was at this point in time on the last generation. Still, with some feature additions and improvements, NHL 19 could be the game that brings everyone back to the series. But what exactly do we want to see with this year's game from a features perspective? It's time for the NHL 19 Features Wishlist. Before we begin, Sports Gamers Online publishes new videos daily, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on your notifications so you never have to miss any of the great sports gaming content. First up on our list, we want to see better commentary and presentation. Since coming to the current generation systems, the NHL series has used the relatively dry NBC broadcast, and while it's an okay presentation setup, the commentary has become as repetitive and dull as ever, and there are just too many frame drops and clippings to really appreciate the TV-like broadcast. NHL 19 should feature excitement based on the scenarios of a specific game. Game 7 of a Stanley Cup playoff round should not feel the same as a preseason game. NBA 2K does a great job with atmosphere and presentation, and the NHL series could use a few pointers. Up next, we want to see more player likenesses. It seems like every year we're talking about the desire for more player scans in the game. More likenesses remains a priority for lead producer Sean Ramjansingh, but it's still not exactly where it needs to be. While it's still pretty impossible to get all of the rookies scanned in time for the game's release, and that makes sense, mainstay NHL players, especially veterans, should all be scanned into the game by now. Next on the list, we want to see the NHL series finally make the jump to the FROSTBITE engine. FIFA's done it, and Madden's done it, so it's time for the NHL series to finally get on the FROSTBITE engine. While NHL still looks good, the Ignite engine is beyond the point of showing its age. We're 5 years into the current generation now, and NHL 19 needs to look like it belongs in the current generation. Next, NHL 19 should include roster sharing. Madden has it, MLB The Show has it, and NBA 2K has it. So why, in 2018, does NHL not yet have roster sharing? Waiting for official roster updates can be annoying to many. It makes no sense for the NHL series to not allow this yet, especially when rosters in various leagues change on a near daily basis. Up next, we want to see an overhauled Be a Pro mode. Now, Be a Pro is still the most generic and dull of all the sports career modes. There's no sense of accomplishment, and it's just an unnecessary grind that still feels like a waste of time. NHL 19 should give the mode a sense of personality, like the Live the Life mode that debuted before the generations changed over back in 2013. It was teased in a survey sent out by EA Sports that things are changing, but we'll believe it when we see it, because we've been told things before that never came true. Next, NHL 19 should see the return of attribute allocation in the EASHL. Okay, the idea makes sense. Everyone should be on a level playing field statistically in the EASHL. But with the mode growing in popularity, the time has come to bring back attribute allocation and equipment bonuses. Let players build the player they want, and let the equipment used actually matter again. If EA Sports is that worried about pay to win in EASHL, then just don't allow microtransactions in the mode. Problem solved. Next, let's see some three-way trades in franchise mode. We're seeing more and more of them in the NHL in real life, so the time has come to allow three-way trades in franchise. Once again, and it's real commonplace on this list it seems, it's a feature that other sports titles allow, so EA Canada may want to jump into the present time with how they handle trades in NHL 19. Lastly, the EASHL should allow practice mode. Teams get better with practice. That's just how sports work. With EASHL, the only way to quote-unquote practice is by jumping into games that directly impact your rankings and standings. That just doesn't make any sense. There needs to be a practice system implemented that works just like the offline practice. Allow teams to work on their power play, or their penalty kill, or their odd man rushes, or whatever they want, and allow them to get better as a team. So what tops your features wish list for NHL 19? Let us know in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe to Sports Gamers Online and visit sportsgamersonline.com for more NHL content.